Welcome back. Today I'll be showing you how to add upgrades such as attack up plus 10 to your Master Sword. This method should work on every version, although I haven't been able to confirm it for version 1.0.0. The rest I know it'll work fine for. To start off, we'll need a few things. First, we're obviously going to need the Master Sword. Next, we'll need to prepare a donor weapon and a full inventory of melee weapons. If you have an unbreakable Master Sword, you'll also need a bow. If your unbreakable Master Sword is on 1 HP, make sure you also drop the donor weapon's HP to 1. We're also going to need a few control sticks and a large device that Link can hold above his head. You'll want to have a lot of these to avoid needing to reset and restart. Finally, we'll need Mineru. If you have an unbreakable Master Sword, we'll also be needing Sidon, but you'll already have him from that. Amiibo are entirely optional, but they can make this quicker and easier if you have some. If you do use Amiibo, the more you have, the better. So first thing, we need to head to Lookout Landing. Hop down into the emergency shelter and head into the cave on the north side. Just keep to the left down the path until you come to the room with the like. When you get here, hop down off the ledge and look for this little circle on the ground. We're going to stand in the middle of that circle and take out a control stick. Now slowly move forward until the control option appears, then throw an item at the like to get its attention. The like should aggro onto the control stick and open its mouth to eat it. When it does, the bulb inside will pulse 4 times before lunging. We want to press A at roughly the same time as when that 5th pulse would be to mount the control stick as it gets eaten. When you do this, if the camera doesn't stay in place when you're eaten, the timing was off and you'll have to try it again. Once eaten, you can wiggle the stick to make it spit faster, after which the like will chew for a few seconds before spitting 2 more times, then re-aggroing onto Link. When it attacks, Link's character model will reappear and you'll be able to move again. Once you stand up, take out another control stick and hop on real quick. This is going to break the lock on our ability wheel, letting us freely swap between them once again. Now head under the like and ascend up into the platform. If you can't find a spot, check the corners behind its feet. From this point, make sure you equip the Master Sword and destroy any material you have fused to it to avoid any accidental issues later on. With the Master Sword equipped, go ahead and ascend up again to get out of the cave. As soon as you climb out, open your inventory, take out Mineru, and hop on. If she doesn't appear immediately, just stay in place and wait for a few seconds. She'll show up. Now make your way around the gate, keeping an eye on the health bar underneath you. Face toward this wall and wait for the question mark to appear over that health bar, indicating that the like has lost sight of us. Wait a few more seconds for it to completely de-aggro, and when it does, both Link and Mineru will disappear. This is known as culling. Once this happens, go ahead and take out whatever large devices you prepared beforehand. You don't have to take out 10 at a time like I do. This just saves time if you aren't worried about wasting any devices. From here, we need to fuse entangle one of these items to Mineru. We can do this by watching memories to briefly uncull the 2 of them. So first, watch a memory. As always, you can skip through this. Now close the menu and both Link and Mineru will become visible again for a brief moment before disappearing. This window of visibility is where we have to make most of our inputs. So uncull with the memory and press X to pull up fuse. Now watch another memory, close the menu and press Y to fuse the item to Mineru's back. You need to time this to happen at the same time that Link gets reculled. If timed correctly, the item you fuse will drop to the ground behind you. Once you have that done, go ahead and dismount Mineru between memories. Now for this part, the steps will vary ever so slightly depending on whether or not your Master Sword is unbreakable. If you currently have an unbreakable Master Sword, we need to set up an arrow smuggle. So as soon as you land, wait in place until you recull. Once culled, equip a bow, close the menu to update the world, then drop the bow we just equipped. Next, pick up your entangled item to pause the cull and put it back down. Now draw your bow to check that you properly performed the arrow smuggle. If you draw just an arrow, you're all set to pick up your entangled item and continue on. If you draw the full bow, you'll need to try your arrow smuggle again. You can get the Cull for this by picking up your entangled item and running away from Mineru. Make sure you don't drop, unequip, or change bows, or it will end your arrow smuggle and you'll have to perform it again. If your Master Sword isn't unbreakable, you don't need to worry about arrow smuggle or any of that. You can just pick up your entangled item as soon as you land on the ground. From here, we need to set up something called a phase Cull. To do this, we're going to stand with our back to this wall and adjust our position until Mineru gets sorta stuck unloading and reloading really fast. You may need to mess around with the position a bit, but it shouldn't be too hard to get it. Once we're in a phase Cull, open up your menu. You can make this easier by holding L to open up the map rune, and then pressing plus to get to your inventory. Go ahead and drop any melee weapon. This is just to test if we're close enough to the wall. If the weapon drops, then you're too far forward. If you see you can't take that out here, then you're all set. Now go back into the menu and equip any melee weapon. It doesn't matter which, but be aware that you will lose this weapon when we're done. Next, press minus and watch a memory. Skip through this as always, then press plus to go back into your menu and drop the weapon we just equipped. When you close the menu, you should visibly have a Master Sword equipped, but the menu will show the weapon we just dropped. If your Master Sword was at low durability, then you should see the message saying that the Master Sword is badly damaged. Our next step is finding a chest with a melee weapon. If you have any amiibo, this is where they'll be useful, as you can use them to try and spawn a melee weapon chest right here. If you get one, you can skip ahead to the timestamp on screen to continue to the next step. If you don't have amiibo to use, we need to pick up our entangled item and head northeast toward the well. I looked over every chest location in this area, and this is the only easily accessible melee weapon chest anywhere nearby. If you've already opened this chest, you will need to either find a different one you can reach with your entangled item, or find another cave with a like and try setting this up there. As you make your way to the well, you'll repeatedly uncull and recall anytime Mineru isn't on your screen, so if you want to move faster, you will have to run backwards and blind. Be aware as you walk that there are gloom hands that spawn right here if you get too close, so hug the wall and go down the long way just to be safe. And while we're walking over there, why not subscribe to the channel? It's super easy and super free. When you reach the well, place your item down and jump in. Head to the right and follow the path I take, making sure to disrespect the Horoblin along the way until you come to the chest. Open it up, and you'll be prompted to drop a weapon to make room for the new one. Select the melee weapon we have equipped, and you'll see a Master Sword fall to the ground when you drop it. Now get rid of the weapon we just got, and pick up the Master Sword. If you check your inventory, you should now see 2 of them. I recommend not sorting your inventory from here, simply for the sake of avoiding unnecessary confusion. At this point, we're all done in the well, and you can make your way out, forgetting way too late that Ascend is a thing that exists. Our next step is breaking our duplicated Master Sword. If your Master Sword isn't unbreakable, you can just jump attack in place until it breaks. If your Master Sword is unbreakable, we need to do a little trick to temporarily bypass that. This is where we'll finally be using that arrow smuggle we set up. First off, go ahead and summon Sidon. Activate his ability, then while it's active, mount Mineru. Now jump off her back, quickly press ZR to go into bullet time, then Y to jump attack out of it. If done right, the unbreakable flag will be ignored and your Master Sword will lose durability from the hit. If your sword was on 1 HP, this hit will break it. If not, you'll need to repeat this process until the sword breaks. Once your Master Sword is broken, grab your entangled item again and head up to this wall to set up another phase Cull. This is going to be the hard part. You need to go into your quick menu by mashing right on the D-pad, select the broken master sword at the end of the list, then pull up the pause menu as soon as the quick menu disappears. This is very awkward timing to hit, and it's nearly frame perfect, so this will very likely take you a little bit to get right. If the menu doesn't open when you press plus, then you pressed it too early. If the menu opens, but when you close it, you see the animation for the Master Sword breaking, then you pressed it too late. If timed successfully, the menu will open, but when you close out of it, you won't see any animation for the Master Sword breaking. You can check if you've gotten it right by looking in your inventory. If the duplicate Master Sword is lit up blue, you did everything properly. So with our broken sword equipped, go ahead and leave the phase cull and drop the entangled item. We're all done with it. Now simply drop your donor weapon and pick it back up. If you check your inventory, you should see that the upgrade modifier from the donor is now on the duplicate Master Sword along with any item that might have been fused to it. From here, sort your inventory and the upgraded sword should be in the first slot. If it isn't, take out any item, really doesn't matter what it is, and fuse it to the weapon that's currently in your hand. Then sort it again, and the upgraded Master Sword should now be in slot 1. Now just drop a save and reload it to clear out the spare Master Sword, leaving you with just the upgraded one. And as a bonus for those with the Unbreakable Master Sword, if you prepped your donor weapon to have 1 HP, your Master Sword should recharge to only 1 HP, so you don't need to do the damaging glitch with Sidon 39 more times to get your critical bonus back. I can't 100% confirm that the durability transfers through the recharge on 1.2.1, but it did on my version, and I can't see any reason why it wouldn't on current version. But with all that said, that'll do it for this one. If you liked the video, or if this helped you out, help me out by leaving a like and letting me know down in the comments. I've been working on a new project that should hopefully be coming out in the next few weeks, and I'm super excited for you guys to see that, so be sure to turn on notifications if you don't want to miss it. I'll be posting some preview and behind the scenes clips for that and other videos over on Twitter, so if you want to see those, go ahead and follow me over there. The link will be down in the description. If you'd like to join the Discord, you can find the link to that down in the description as well. If you want to help support the channel, consider becoming a member. It's only 99 cents a month and all perks are available at the entry level. But that's going to do it for me. I'll see you in the next one.